Hello, I am Kayla and welcome to another video, and this video is the 12 books that I want to read this year. My Goodreads goal is set to 12. I did this last year too, and I did end up reading more than twice my goal, which is all good. I've always set my goal lower than what I expect to read, just so not to pressure myself too much, which I think is all good. I think if a lot of people did that, they wouldn't feel so pressured. But anyways, in no particular order, I have 12 books that I want to get to this year. And the first one is How to Kill Your Family by Bella McKay, and I know very little about this, to be honest. But I picked it up at work a few weeks ago, just before the Christmas, and I presume it's a recent release because I haven't actually seen it around that much until the past few weeks, like I say. Yeah, but it's supposed to be funny as well as about, like, obviously a thriller-ish kind of. But anyways, I look forward to getting to that. I also have a rather big chunky thing, which is the 13.5 layers of Captain Bluebeard. Yeah, I don't really know how to describe this or describe what it's about. It's just weird and wonderful, and I think I want to say it's a children's book. I presume it is, but because of how silly it is, it's just random, to be honest. And it almost makes us think of On the Edge, series with like the Quint saga and the Twig saga and stuff. Like, it almost, like, how crazy it all is makes us think of that. The animation, the illustrations aren't anything like that, but it looks cool. And my sister has read that and just said that I need to. And I also have a copy of The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. I do have the audiobook for this as well, so I do plan to use both of these together. I did pay for this copy. My Audible copy I got for like really cheap, because I think I got 4 months for like £1 like 6 months ago, and as I got the credits, I eventually got this when it came out, which is cool, and I look forward to this because I have recently just finished The Song Rising, and I enjoyed that. I've enjoyed the series more the second time round in run up to this, so I look forward to getting to this, which will take about a month to get through with the audiobook. That's what I figured out it normally takes for the Samantha Shannon books, which is all good. I don't mind that at all. I also have the 25th anniversary edition of Bridget Jones's Diary and Other Writing by Helen Fielding, and I have seen the movies, but I don't remember much of them, to be honest. But I mean, it is a very nice copy, to be fair. It's very nice. It's just, and I understand it's just stupid crap, and that's okay. That's all I really need to read sometimes. In all fairness, we all need stupid shit sometimes. And the next thing I have is Sherry LaPenna's Not a Happy Family. I believe this came out last year too, and I look forward to getting to this. I don't know anything about it. I just automatically buy Sherry LaPenna's work, just like I do with Ruth Ware. I regularly get her books as well, even if I don't know the plot or anything about it. She's an automatic author, just like Sherry LaPenna and Ruth Hogan as well. I do automatically buy Ruth Hogan. I've recently read Madame Barova by her, and it was the last thing I read in 2021, and I loved it. It's one of my favourite books of last year, to be honest. But she never disappoints us. Ruth Hogan, she always manages to create a plot that is enough to get you by, but it's all about the characters, and she makes them so interesting, and it's always so good. But anyways, I digressed. I also have A Little Life by Hanya. I know I'll get that wrong, but anyways, I know this is heartbreaking. It will ruin us, and I don't know if I'll be able to read this on public transport because I know I will cry. But yeah, so no, it's just one heartbreak after another in this book, and I've seen a lot of people cry over this on the internet, and it's like, it's interesting, like it intrigues us, to be quite honest, so I want to get to this. But I wish I had the other cover with the man on, because I just prefer that cover, to be quite honest. And the next book that I want to read is The Hatmakers by Tamsin Merchant, and I am currently actually reading this. I am nearly 30% of the way through. It's just okay so far. You know, it's still got quite a lot to go, so it can redeem itself. But yeah, it's about a little girl who is surrounded by hat makers, and she will become a hat maker herself. And her father is lost at sea, and she wants to get him back, and it's her trying to get to him, I think, to be fair. But yeah, it's a little bit crazy so far, but hey, it's a children's book. I appreciate children's books. And the next book that I have is Snow by John Banville. I believe this is a book of the month for Waterstones, like last month, like in December, and I haven't read it yet. It was a Christmas present to myself, so I literally know very little about this. So yeah, I did read the synopsis for this before I bought it, but now I forget. But I do look forward to this, and it looks good from what I remember. And of course, the next one I have is Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. I watched the most recent adaptation of this, which came out a few years ago. I watched it at the cinema and I really enjoyed it. I forget his name, but he was in Harry Potter and he plays Poirot in it, and I really enjoyed it. He's like really cool in that. But anyways, and I forget who actually is the murderer at this point, and I've seen many adaptations of that book. Never mind. I also have a copy of The Enemy by Lee Child. It is second hand, as always, from eBay. I rarely know what these are going to be about going into them. But as far as I know, this one is about when Richard is still in the army in the 90s. Other than that, no clue. But I normally enjoy Lee Child, and there's only been one of his books so far that I didn't actually like. So that's so far so good. I've read like 5 or 6 of his books now, and there's only been one I haven't liked. So that's a good streak, I think. So I do look forward to this when I get round to it. I also have Carrie Hope Fletcher in The Time We Lost. Again, it's one of those authors where I don't actually know what it's about, to be quite honest. But yeah, our books are normally nice, so I look forward to it. And the last book that I have is An Uncorrected Proof. It's not actually out yet, but I plan to read it before March when it's due for release, and that is The Secret of Splint Hole by Katie Cotton. And I don't know what the cover's like yet, to be honest. But yeah, it's about 2 children, I believe, that during the war are sent to live with like an aunt and uncle, and the house, like the ancestral home, is a mysterious place, and figuring it out, I think. But other than that, you know, I don't really know anything. and I look forward to this because I haven't got too many children's books on this list so far for the year, so I don't know how many kids books I'm going to read this year, because I do try and get a few in throughout the year. I normally do read Harry Potter throughout the year, but I don't know if I am this year, to be honest. Like, with all the controversy with J.K. Rowling, it kind of puts us off a little bit and makes us more reserved of it, which it shouldn't. I should still be able to enjoy the work she's created in regard, like, without her opinions, to be honest. And for the most part I can do that, but I don't know, it seems to leave a bad mood around our work, but never mind. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video today. I hope you've liked, comment, subscribed. You know, like, the view is more than good enough. And thank you for watching, and I will see you again in another video soon.